the tent that started it all. The RBM Hexagon all-season 8-person tent.
We're really excited to unbox this today. We're going to go through everything that it comes with and set it up so we can have a look at what's inside and see how everything works. We're really excited to share this with you.
If you want to get more information than we show in this video today, feel free to click the link below if you would like to purchase anything or if you just want to know more about it. Let's unbox this, show you what it's all about, and also, whenever you see these tents that we use, feel free to watch our other videos. We take all of these tents on trips and actually test them out in the field, so to see how they hold up. We got a nice cold frozen day here today. We're hoping to get the wood stove going and see how this thing holds heat and just how well it does on good snowy frozen ground in cold temps.
Yeah, we got to test it out here today so we could get it out in the field and do some cold weather camping in it. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what's inside. First, we have the floor, which is sold separately. It does have multiple layers, and this helps prevent ice from sticking to the floor of your tent. When you think about the stove heating up, it melts the snow underneath the tent, and it can stick and freeze to your bottom of your tent. So this is to prevent that. Oh, it's really pretty. It's camouflage, really pretty camel print. You can see it's a really nice print. There's the first piece. Nice bag for the floor.
Well, that's good size.
Really nice. Nice big bag. Looks like we'll actually be able to fit the floor in there. See if the other side looks the same. Two different sides. Two different prints. To have a look and see which one goes up and which one goes down. I'm going to get the floor put down so when we open the tent, we got the place to set it. This is the footprint. That's going to be a nice size tent. As you can see behind me is the ground cloth. We have that laid out, ready to go. Not staked down, just sampling it in the yard. Let's have a look at what's in this box. Time for the good stuff. Big green canvas, or I'm sorry, PVC looking bag. A couple of handles on it. Just set this on the ground so we can pull it up on out of here. We're going to try setting the tent on our home scale just to see how much it weighs. I know we can look online, but let's have a look and see if we can get a weight out of it. All right, according to our home scale, we're at 97.7 pounds. Doesn't sound like much, but it feels heavy to me. Let's get it set up. All right, let's get this thing set up and let's see what's inside this bag. Let's have a look inside. This bag is really nice. I can see there's some extra space in the bag, which is nice. Looks like you'll be able to get the stuff back in there.
It's a big bag.
Well, let's take it all out and see what all we have inside. I see a lot of accessories in this bag. Just having a look at all the accessories that came with the tent. We have 5 windows. These are plastic. Nice all-weather type windows. Came with 2 different types of stakes. As you can see, one that looks like you would screw it into ice. And then you have, these are really heavy-duty stakes. You can see we got a hammer that is also a multi-purpose tool. Haven't had a chance to open it up yet. We'll have a look at that. Adhesive, as well as patches for the various layers of the tent. An extra buckle. You can see that. And then 6 guy lines. Nice. Also, 2 poles that 4 poles. I believe these are for the front door. that lifts up, and then the pole that would go together for the middle of the tent in heavy snows, as well as the bag to hold the poles, the bag for the stakes, and the bag for the multi-purpose hammer slash tool. We also had a couple of items in the pocket of the tent. This is the canopy for the middle, the hammock, if you will, that goes to the middle of the tent. You could set things on, as well as the instruction manual, and of course, the tent itself. Well, now for the good stuff. Let's get this tent set up. All right, gonna give it a shot. All I did so far is pull the sides out. As you can see, we did not stake it down. We're just unboxing it, kind of giving it the once over real quick. I'm going to use this to push the middle up because I'm not very tall. And this pole did come with the tent. Oh, I might be able to just give it a shove. Let me try. I'm not gonna lie, that took a lot of strength to push this up. I don't know if it's because it was the first time putting it up, but it really took a good shove. So hopefully it's easier next time. But the tent's up. It was very simple to put this tent up. All right, let's get this thing upright. Let's stake it down and let's have a look at everything that it has. Every single feature, every zipper, every door. Let's go. The zippers are really high quality and they're also super cute. Look at the little RBM Outdoors bear on the zippers. Every zipper has it. The zippers are nice quality, and check this out. You see this flap of fabric over the top of the zipper? This zipper ends here. Now you're going to shut this from the bottom, and the flap of fabric goes the opposite way, so water can't run into your zipper. That's really nice. And then having a quick look at how many layers you have here. You have your outside door, and then you have this really nice camouflage screen, and this is the same for the windows. You have your exterior, your screen, and then your interior. Really nice quality. There are also 5 windows. Same thing. You have your outside layer, your camouflage screen, your interior layer. And then also, they came with 5 zip-in winter type windows. They're the PVC, the plastic that you can see right out of.
We just got it all set up. We put the 5 windows in. They are Velcroed. Personally, we're not crazy about Velcro. We like zip-in stuff a lot better. Seems to work pretty good, but again, if it was us, we would just like to zip it real quick like we did on our octopus tent. But the Velcro works, and the first one we struggled, and then it got a lot easier. The overall zipper quality seems to be outstanding. The pole strength seems to be really good. I wanted to point out there's a snow skirt around the bottom of it too as well. This is all one piece, which is really nice. There's a well thought out flaps going around. And as you're taking a look, you see just again another window. There's 5 windows, 3 doors, and then there's going to be a big awning up front. Here is the stove jack. We're going to bring our stove out, get our thermometer, show the temperatures, just see how well this thing does hold heat. What do you say we open up this front awning, take a look at it, and then go inside?
Let's check out the awning on this. I think it's a really cool option that they have. A zipper on each side of this, and it came with 4 poles. Watch this. I'm just going to lift this up, put a pole in this little sleeve here. There's one side. How nice is this? Throw your chairs under here. You got a little spot to hang out when you're camping. Get yourself in some shade. It's actually pretty easy to put in there, but everything's really cold because it's a little crispy out here today. How nifty is that? Got a little spot to hang out. I can actually stand up in here. And then there's a door inside of here that goes into the tent. And it's got your main layer, you know, your outside layer, and then a screen. So you can open that up as well. And that is in addition to the other 3 doors that are on the outside of the tent. These little, like, I don't know, half moon kind of doors. There's 3 of those as well. And then 5 windows. Well, why don't you come on in and have a look inside this tent? It has some great storage. It's a beautiful tent. I can't wait to get the wood burning stove in here and do some cold weather camping, but have a look at this. One thing I want to point out, look at the clips. There's clips everywhere. Fairy lights all in the middle. Got a place to hang my fairy lights, guys. You know I'm excited about that. A lot of options for storage in this tent. Come on in and have a closer look.
Okay, so I'm 6'5", got shoes on. I can stand perfectly in the middle of the tent, all the way to about 3 foot, all around it in a circle. You want to take note of all the storage in here.
Want to talk about the storage in this tent? First of all, check out this hammock. You have wet gloves, lay them on there at night. You have the wood burning stove going. They're going to dry, right? There's also all of these mesh pockets. There's 3 sets of these. There's 4 pockets in each of these mesh pockets that are on the ceiling. And then there are also mesh pockets on the walls. And there are 4 sets of those. They each have 3 pockets. Now let's look at these nifty little bags. I want to show you something cool. These come off. Maybe you want to take it in the house and get your toiletries packed and hang it up when you get to camp, or you could swap them out. They have these smaller little pouches. There's 2 of these. There's 3 of these. Look at this bag. How nifty is that? Velcro on the back. I'm not seeing what that goes to. I'm wondering if that's so you can roll it up. Got a lot of little places for storage. There's 3 of these. And again, you can move them to wherever you want them. So maybe you're hunting with your buddies and you have your cots a little bit spread apart. You want to move them around. I think that's super awesome. I also love the clips they put everywhere in the tent. You guys know me. There's going to be some fairy lights going on in here. This is perfect.
Also, notice that you can zip out the floor. So for you ice fishermen, things like that, you can zip out the floor in here. There's lots of doors, lots of insulation, lots of outside looking in. Now we got a good cold day here. We got our, right here, we got our stove jack. Let's take a look at this. I just felt it. We haven't opened it yet, and it felt a lot harder than what I'm used to in our other tents. So take a look here. Those are actually metal pipes. So we're gonna hook our stove up in here, get our thermometer out, see how well this thing holds some heat. So we're trying to roll this tight because this is a really tight fit. We may need a screwdriver or something to get this stove jack flap up. You can see these just aren't long enough. So unless you roll this so tight that you have 0 space in there, you do not have enough room to really roll this flap up.
Well, these little things need to be a little longer.
So these need to be longer, or these need to be longer. Something. This is a good, thick, nice piece. You got all this good quality material here, but this just needed to be a little bit longer because this is too hard. You can't even really get it in there unless we get a screwdriver and we torque it that way.
All right, let's see what we can do. Well, we couldn't quite get the toggle to reach the little flaps. We used some zip ties. I'm just going to cut these a little bit. Leave it. Make it work.
So both sides of these are Velcroed down. Really nice for being waterproof. And then you can undo the top. And there you go. And then you got a toggle there that looks plenty long enough. So we'll just roll this up. Could actually tuck it up under there too, which is nice. These don't appear to be all that long either. I think I'm going to use zip ties. So we decided to zip tie these as well. Just kind of worked it through. There we go. See the scissors? These toggles just aren't that long. I think if I fought with it enough, I could get it.
All right, I think it's time to get a fire going in here and get some heat going. It's about, I don't even think it's 20 degrees Fahrenheit today, so it's a little chilly. Let's get some fire going and get some heat going in here. All right, let's get some heat going, guys.
There's all the pipes.
Brush.
-7 Celsius outside and 19 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Let's get some wood going.
Gotta get some wood split for a fire. You gotta check out this wood splitter designed by a 16-year-old girl. Safer. Let's give it a shot.
That is cool.
Let's give it a shot. Nice. Don't get much easier than this. You can lean it on there, you just got to get a balance so you're not taking a risk of hitting your hand. Tell me that's not safer than an axe. And probably easier. Oh, it smells good. I can smell the pine. Pretty good once you get the gist.
For your first time using it.
Yeah. Love this. Again, designed by a 16-year-old girl. Good job. I love this log splitter. I could do it. Super simple.
So what is it here? We could put a link to this. We got it on Amazon. Said it was invented by a 16-year-old girl, made in Australia. It's
I
around
like it
$100, but damn it, I mean, this thing is solid.
It's solid and it's way easier than using an axe and way safer. Got my little bag of wood. Time for fire. Well, we haven't burned this since last year. Some little pieces of wood in here and get a fire going.
So starting out, it's 19 degrees Fahrenheit outside, showing 38 in the tent. It's sunny, so it's cold, but the tent's already holding heat. It's 2:10 p.m., and we just lit the stove. What is it Celsius? -7 Celsius outside, 3 degrees inside, 2:10 p.m. Just lit the tent, I'm sorry, Tina just lit the stove. Look at that, she did that so fast. She split the wood, lit that fire in just seconds.
Let's see how long it takes to get some heat in here.
Good job. That thing's drafting up nice and everything. Fire's been going for about 2 minutes. Went up 2 degrees, 19 outside, Fahrenheit, 40 inside. It is actually 2:30 p.m. Tina just lit the fire, ran out and looked. It's 2:30. Wanted to point out the ventilation for the stove. See that? So you can open this through, draw in your fresh air for your stove, and then it goes right on out. I love that little touch.
That's awesome.
Let's take a measurement from the outermost parts where the two poles go. Just curious, the website says one thing, but then we always see another. So let's see what it says. It says 14 feet 3 inches. So we're got inside to inside on the furthest point, 14 feet 3 inches. What about halfway through the wall on each way? What do we get then? We're getting 13 feet. So 14.3 on the outermost, 13 feet inside. On the website, we saw a few different varying square footages, but we're gonna say this tent's right around 150 square feet.
These zippers are so smooth. When I first started zipping the door to close it, it felt like it didn't work. I had to do a double take. They're really nice zippers, great quality. All right, quick update. It's been exactly 20 minutes. We're roasting. It's taking the thermometer a little while to catch up, I think, to what it truly is in this tent.
So way on the other side, down low, it says 72 in here and 19 degrees outside.
It feels uncomfortable in my opinion, but let's see. Let's do Celsius for our Canadian friends.
-7 outside Celsius and 22.6 Celsius in the tent. It's roasting in here. This is 20 minutes and it's almost too warm. And the fire's not even hot yet. Hasn't even cleaned the glass, only on the front. The back glass is still black, which it'll clean it up back there when it gets hot. The fire's got going and it is warm in here.
Hey,
Holy
I'd say
cow.
that this tent could double as your own personal portable sauna.
They say that online.
I think I'm going to open up a door and get a little ventilation going.
Yep, now it says 74 degrees there. It's getting too warm.
A little bit warm. We had to open the front door. I just unzipped it so some air can get in. It's 74 degrees Fahrenheit in here, 23 degrees Celsius. We could damper the fire a little, but we're letting it do a little clean out. 19 degrees Fahrenheit outside, you think sounds cold, and that if you were in a tent, there's no way it could possibly be warm. It's warm.
It's been 35 minutes since we lit the wood stove. It's 19 degrees Fahrenheit outside, 83.5 degrees Fahrenheit in the tent. That's that level. So it's still down low. We had to open the front door at 19 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's still 83.5 degrees in here with this fire going. This tent really holds heat. It's been an hour since we lit the stove. We got the door open. It's 19 degrees Fahrenheit outside, 75 in here with the door open. Celsius, we have 6 degrees.
-6.
Oh, -6 degrees Celsius outside and 24.3 in the tent. The tent has been fantastic. As we were setting it up, the Velcro windows, there's 5 of them. The first one frustrated us. The 5th one, we flew through it in 15, 20 seconds. So it's really not so bad once you develop a little method. What do you think of the tent?
I love the tent. The Velcro doesn't have to be perfect. I think that was part of our problem.
We were at perfection on everything, and it just put it up there, and it's pretty good. This tent is holding heat, unbelievable.
At 19 degrees Fahrenheit, we have the front door completely unzipped. So it's not like wide open, but we had to unzip it because it was uncomfortably warm in here. So I call that awesome. Obviously, we didn't have the fire dampered yet. You could adjust some things. Maybe you crack a window or don't have all the storm windows in. You're going to be working a little bit to find out that sweet spot, I think, to adjust the temperature to where you want, depending on what it is outside. But what kind of problem is that? That's an awesome problem to have. I love this tent.
We'll leave a link below to the tent, to the RBM Caminus M stove, anything else we've used in here, just in case you want to go to a website and check it out for yourself.
Keep in mind, too, maybe camping isn't your thing, but maybe you're a hunter. Maybe this is a great emergency shelter. Who knows? Maybe it's your smoking lounge, or maybe it's your place for your mother-in-law to stay when she comes to visit. It's a great tent. And I have to say, if you haven't tried cold weather camping, maybe think about giving it a shot. It's a lot of fun. It's pretty romantic, and it just gets you outside at times when maybe you're just getting a little cabin fever.
It's a unique experience that we like to say you should at least try it once. If you don't like it, great, but at least try it once. Thanks for tuning in. This has been a fantastic tent. Keep watching. We will be using this. We're looking for some good snowstorms and good cold weather trips to get off and do some off-roading and check this tent out.
Yes, and as we use it, we'll be able to add to our thoughts on the tent. You can see we have gloves hanging up already that got damp while we were setting it up. They're already hanging in these mesh pockets, which initially I didn't even think about. Mesh so things can dry in them. This tent's amazing. I'm excited to use it.
The tent that started it all. This is the one that got us cold weather camping that Tina originally wanted. We ended up buying an inflatable koala, the big rectangular tent. But this is what started it all. Thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe.